So guys, hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog. I do apologize that nothing has come out recently. It has been a while and I had some problems personally, so I do apologize for that. However, I'll try to make some videos more frequently going forwards. So today is a video of Audi A3 that I've managed to get hold of instead of my Audi TT for a week or so. And I'll just gonna share my experience with the car and maybe help some of you guys who are looking into these cars to understand, is it really worth it, and why is it that you're looking into one of these. So firstly, this is a 2018 Audi A3, which is the latest model, latest generation, which is third, I believe. And as you've seen from the video from the start, is the actual facelift model, which has the new updated LED lights and some tweaks to the bumpers, front and back. However, basically Audi have been out in the market with this Audi A3 since 2012, I believe. So this car is quite interesting because that's one of their sport models, as they call it, which means that it has a more sporty engine and some few outside body bits which are from a different model. So some of the bumpers that you've seen, some of the chrome bits outside, all of these bits are only included in the sports package, which obviously you have to pay for. And the engine itself is quite good. There's a 2-litre TFCI engine, which is quite punchy. I believe it's around 200 brake horsepower that gets you 0 to 60 in under 7 seconds, which is actually quicker than my Audi TT. So that's it's quite a good car and gives you a lot of performance, and I did actually enjoy the drivability of it. However, that's all pre me thinking of the price of the car, which we'll talk about in a bit. So guys, the interior of this car is in a way similar to the TT I drive myself. So a very similar steering wheel, although it's a slight update. It's a smaller airbag in the newer cars than the one I have on my TT. The dashboard is quite a bit simplified. So what you get here is very little buttons. There's 10 buttons in total here that I've managed to count, which makes the whole thing look quite minimalistic. The screen that pops out is quite a good resolution, 7-inch I believe, which makes the car look quite good. However, when you're just jumping in a car, it creates a feeling of the central console being quite empty, if I'm honest. So if I take out the key, I think the screen should pop back in. You can see what I mean. There's not a lot of stuff going on here, which makes it quite boring and quite a sad place, if I'm honest. However, that might be just my personal preference, and I'm pretty sure all of you will have your own views on it. One thing I absolutely loved about this car, which is a minor thing, as you obviously don't have a radio just here, what they did, they moved the radio to the screen there, which is being controlled from the iDrive like wheel here. So you can press it, you can spin it, which regulates most of the things. And one thing I absolutely loved, I don't know if you can see, is this little knob here, which is them moving the volume of the radio to here. I have to say it's a minor thing, but it's probably one of the things I absolutely loved about having this car, and particularly the interior of it. It's extremely convenient when you're driving and you have your hand on the gearbox, making radio louder at your favorite song. Is just so spot on, I have to say. So one thing that you guys would enjoy if you get yourself an A3 is this volume knob. Although you have one on the steering wheel here, I have to say I've been using more the one down here. I'm not sure why. So that's a massive tick to the Audi engineers. So the only other thing that is quite interesting in this car, and I haven't had experience with any other cars that had this similar feature, is this rear view mirror. So as you can see, it has a similar technology as most of new phones, where you have the edge-to-edge screen in a way, which is quite cool, and just makes the rear view mirror, which is quite an old and not exciting technology. Look quite fresh and quite new. So again, well done to Audi engineers for bringing it into the car, and I think that is a second big win for me in here. And now I will come to the negatives of this car. Although in the very beginning I said that I do enjoy the engine that this car comes with, which is the 2-litre TFCI with roughly 200 brake horsepower and quite impressive, I believe 6.8 seconds 0 to 60. The price is the flip side to this joy. So the price of this Audi A3 with the engine I've just mentioned starts with around 27 or 28,000 pounds, which I believe is way too much money to pay for an Audi A3. Although it is fun to drive it, don't get me wrong, but it is too much money. If you look out on the market at the minute, 28,000 pounds can buy you a brand new, all new shape BMW 3 Series. You can get an Audi A4. 30,000 can buy you a Mercedes C-Class. So you're kind of talking of a price that buys you a next tier car, if that makes sense. So all the cars I've mentioned are probably a higher class, which gives you more space, more comfort, are better base equipped as Audi is. As this A3 model in base doesn't give you a lot, if I'm honest. Even things like side mirrors, you can't fold those with the button from inside, which I'm pretty sure all of the 3 Series and Audi A4s will have as a base. So these sort of things make me question, would you really want to pay £7,000 on top of the base price of 21,000 for the very basic A3 just to get that little bit more kick on the engine? The efficiency is still quite good. You still manage to get around 45 miles per gallon, let's say, on the combined journey, which most of mine are. But I'm not entirely convinced that I personally would pay 28k pounds for this particular car, as I think it just doesn't give you enough. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Is it worth paying the extra money to get this car? I also had a look at some more exciting cars like 4 Series BMW Coupe or Audi A5. Those would cost you starting with £33,000, I believe. A Mercedes CLA, which is a 4-door coupe, can be yours for £27,000, which is cheaper than this, which really makes me question how good of a car it is. Don't get me wrong, there is a lot this car can offer, but the price just doesn't justify it, just doesn't really make sense to pay that money. So that question, I guess, is out there for everyone who's looking for a car to buy. But my personal view is the car isn't worth the money. I would gladly pay 21k for the basic model, maybe a few £1,000 to get some more exciting engine than the 1-litre TFCI, which is their starting car. However, £7,000 for this car, for this particular engine, is just a no-go for me, unfortunately. You don't get a proper sports car like Audi A3. This is quite a bit slower, less exciting. The interior isn't as great, but at the same time you're paying a lot of money, which can buy you a much better car to start with. So that's a big negative from me, I guess, for this Audi A3. But it's up to you guys to decide. It's a great looking car. I think this particular shape is slightly dated. That's my personal view, although they changed the lights to make it a bit of a refresh on the 2012 model when they launched it. However, I don't think in the current market and the environment, when you're getting so many new cars like Audi Mercedes A-Class that was launched recently, the brand new 3 Series. I don't really think the Audi A3 as it stands currently is worth the price they're asking for it. So I'll leave it up to you guys. It's a great car overall. There's few things I would consider about it, and this particular engine is a no-go for me. However, if you fancy something quicker, something a bit more rapid, then you'll have no doubt a lot of fun in this car. It's just more the sense of buying one, if that makes sense. However, I'll leave it up to you. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, please leave me a comment, press like, and I shall see you soon in many more videos. Cheers, bye.